right. Hi guys, how we doing? Living the dream, just so cold and frosty. I'm frozen. I have a confession to make. I'm so sore. So today's class will reflect a level intensity of 1.5 because it's intro week, not because I can't take it. So we're still gonna have that 30 to 40 minute class period. It's gonna be more yoga focused, but we're gonna add in those Pilates components too. We're gonna start trying to ramp up and progress with the intensity levels, but again, it's still the first week. I wanna get everybody oriented with what we're doing. So today, just trying to keep in mind that mind to muscle connection, taking your movements very slow, making sure you feel the muscle that you're trying to activate as you do whatever movement I'm showing. If you need a modification, please feel free to ask me. Promise I don't bite. And if you feel like you need a level up with intensity, ask me as well. I promise I can try to show you something that's a little bit harder. But yeah, please do everything at your own pace, anything within your own comfort levels. If you want to make your own modification as well, I won't be offended. I probably won't see. So just let me know, and I promise everything will be great. So with that, if you have watch, start it. Otherwise, it doesn't count. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're in a crisscross applesauce position today, guys. I need to stop switching that up because I get confused. So we're going to start with those straight arm things from last class, grabbing one hot side of your head, finding that tension point, and pulling gently on your neck just until you feel a little bit of a stretch. If you need to, twist your wrists, nodding your head forward and backward, doing whatever feels comfortable to you. Sure to take those deep breaths, setting your intentions here. Exhale, letting go of your head, pulling it gently to the other side now. Still trying to bring awareness to all four corners of your body. If you'd like, you might try box breathing here. Hold for 4, out for 4, hold, and repeat. Deep belly breaths, sending the air straight to your stomach, breathing out through your mouth. On your next exhale, let's go ahead and do it on the other side one more time. Maybe pulling just a little bit farther. Really trying to find that spot where there's tension. Letting your mind breathe into it. Letting your body know it's okay to relax. Still trying to stay upright. Sitting up straight. Exhale, pulling your head gently to the other side, finding the point of tension, maybe pulling just a little bit further, trying to recognize maybe one side has more tension than the other. Deep breath. Exhale, letting go of your head, bringing both arms behind you, interlacing behind your back. Chest to the sky, feeling a bit of a stretch through your shoulder blades, your back, bending your neck if that feels comfortable to you. Option to lean forward. One more deep breath in. Exhale, sitting back up, twisting over to your side, coming into a tabletop position. If your shoulders should be directly over your wrists, but you're trying to put your weight in the heels of your palms, keeping them in line with your knees behind you. Go ahead and fall to your right forearm, sticking your left arm behind your head, opening your chest up to the wall to your left. Deep breath in, holding here, still trying to stay upright, stay in line. Exhale, bringing your elbow back down to the mat. Inhale, lifting upward, trying to find a little bit more depth. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, bringing your elbow up. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, up. Do this 2 more times, but still trying to increase the range of motion. Exhale, lowering. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Let your left forearm fall to the floor, bringing your right arm up above your head, lifting, doing the same thing to the other side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fall. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fall. Do this 4 more times. Inhale, lift. Trying to keep your back engaged. Exhale, fall. Increasing that range of motion. Still trying to keep your body in a straight line. For 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale up. And exhale, lower. Let both forearms fall to the ground, pushing yourself back into a child's pose. Rocking side to side if that feels good to you. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale, pushing yourself back up, finding a tabletop position. Going to head into our cat-cow, so inhale, arching your back downward. Exhale, pushing yourself up, almost like somebody is lifting you up by your belly button. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. You should be engaging your core. Exhale, lift. Settling back down into your regular tabletop, walking your hands forward until you fall onto your forearms. When you do, lift the palms of your hands up to the ceiling, facing the ceiling, letting your arms rise up, touching the back of your shoulders until you feel a deep stretch in your mid-back. If you'd like to increase intensity, try walking your elbows just a little bit further. Maybe you spread your knees just a little bit further on your mat. Remembering to still breathe. Deep breath in. And exhale. Taking one more big deep breath in. On that exhale, let your hands fall back to the floor, placing your palms directly on your mat. Coming back up to that tabletop, uncurling your toes, pushing through the mat with the heels of your palms, finding that downward dog. Keeping a slight bend in your knees, pedaling out your feet, waking up the backs of your legs. Trying to push your rib cage into the tops of your thighs. Deep breath in. Exhale. One more exhale, go ahead and walk your hands to your feet. Let yourself hang momentarily in that forward fold. Bending your knees if that feels comfortable. Letting your spine lengthen. Taking one big deep breath. On that exhale, go ahead and lift yourself up through your glutes, reaching all the way to the sky, finding length through your fingertips. One deep breath. Exhale, taking little side bends, waking up both left and right side body. Deep breath. On your exhale, go ahead and place your hands on your hips, lifting your left leg up, finding strength through all four corners of your right foot. We're going to do little circles just to wake up your hip, meeting back with your right foot, trying to stay upright. Challenge for balance too. Surprise. Staying strong through your right glute, using your left glute to lift your leg. 2 more. We're going to do them backwards now. Sending your left leg back, bringing it all the way to the front, really challenging yourself to stay balanced. If you want to increase the intensity, you might try doing it just a little bit slower. Using your breath with every movement. Last one. Exhale. And the same thing with your right leg now, staying firm, planted in all four corners of your left foot. Lifting your right leg forward, bringing it out to the side, backward, meeting it in the middle. You might find that one leg has better balance than the other. Keep that in mind. Deep breath in. Exhale. For one more. Middle. We're going to do the other direction now, sending it backward, bringing it forward, or vice versa. Still trying to stay firmly planted throughout your left foot, activating your right glute to lift your leg. You might challenge yourself by trying to do it just a little bit slower. For one more, meeting back in the middle. Letting yourself fall back into that forward fold. Letting your knees bend if that feels comfortable to you. Taking one deep breath in. Either holding your elbows or letting your hands fall to the floor. On your next exhale, go ahead and walk your hands back to the front of your mat. We're going to take our first vinyasa of today's class, finding that high plank, keeping the heels of your palms directly under your shoulders, slowly lowering yourself down, staying engaged through your triceps, and finding a push forward, tops of your feet pressed into the mat, holding yourself strong here. Feel free to look over each shoulder, adding a little bit more mobility. Exhale, pushing yourself back into a child's pose. Rocking side to side here if that feels comfortable to you. Breath in. For your exhale, pushing yourself back up to tabletop, curling your toes beneath you, pressing through the heels of your palms, finding that downward dog. Pedaling out your feet. ready, lifting your left leg up, pointing it to the sky. Option to increase the intensity here by bending your knee and facing your hips to the left wall. Still trying to keep your shoulders parallel to the floor beneath you. Deep breath in. Exhale, bringing your knee to your chest and stepping that left foot between your palms. Slowly lifting yourself up, finding a high lunge, staying planted in all four corners of your left foot. Trying to stay strong here. Deep breath in. Exhale, using force from your thigh and your left glute. Go ahead and push yourself up into a bounced position here. If you have problems with stability, feel free to let that right toe tap on the mat. I'm going to take little pulses here for 1, 2, keeping your left glute engaged. 3, 4, staying strong through your right leg. 7, 8, bring yourself all the way back down to that high lunge. Deep breath in. On your exhale, go ahead and let your left arm fall into your right glute back pocket, finding a slight twist. Looking for length through that right side body. Trying to keep your knee stacked over your left ankle. Deep breath here. Exhale, we're going to windmill our hand, left palm onto the floor next to your right knee, letting your right knee fall to the floor, keeping your right palm reaching for the ceiling. Option to increase intensity by lifting up that leg. Taking a deep breath. Trying to increase the depth in your range of motion on every exhale. One more deep breath in. Exhale, dropping your right palm next to your foot and sending that left leg backward, coming down into your second vinyasa. Staying active through your triceps, slowly lowering down. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Tops of your feet pressed into the mat. One big deep breath. Option to look over each shoulder if that feels comfortable to you. Exhale, lowering down to your knees, pressing back into a well-deserved child's pose. Remembering to still breathe. Be intentional with every movement. One more big deep breath in. On your exhale, coming back up into that tabletop position, curling your toes beneath you, using the heels of your palms to press yourself back up to a downward dog. Pedaling out your feet. Do the same thing on the other side now, so lifting your right leg up. Option to increase intensity by bending your knee and facing your right hips to the wall to your right. Trying to keep your shoulders parallel to the floor beneath you, pressing through the heels of your palm. Deep breath. Exhale, bringing your knee to your chest and stepping that foot between your palms, coming all the way up into a high lunge. Looking for length through your fingertips, keeping your knee stacked over your right ankle. Finding strength through all four corners of your right foot. 1, One deep breath here. On that exhale, you're going to launch yourself back up using that right leg one more time. If you have issues staying stable here, feel free to let that toe drop to your mat. We're going to take those pulses again. 1, 2, 3. You might find that one side was better balanced than the other. It's okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Coming all the way back down into that high lunge. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale, sending that right hand into your left pocket now. Looking for length through your left side body. Deep breath in. Exhale, you're going to windmill all the way back down, lifting your left arm up this time. Every exhale, looking for depth through that range of motion. Deep breath. Staying strong through your foot here. Exhale, dropping that palm back down to the mat, sending your foot backward, finding that high plank. One more vinyasa, slowly lowering down. Chaturanga, exhale, up dog. Tops of your feet pressed into the mat. Holding here, option to look over each shoulder. Finding a bit of a stretch through your hips. Exhale, lowering to your knees, finding another well-deserved child's pose. Deep breath in. On your exhale, you're going to come all the way back up into that tabletop. Cross your legs behind you and push yourself backwards, sitting on your bum. Slowly going to lower down to a boat pose. You should be strong through your core here. Feel free to lift up your feet if you're looking for a bit more challenge or core support. From here, we're going to pull each knee in, one at a time. Still trying to stay upright, not letting your back bend or slouch. Promise there's not too many of these. Still staying slow and controlled. One more. Letting both meet. We're just going to hold here. Staying strong. Exhale, lowering your feet down, coming all the way down to your back. Taking one deep breath here. Exhale, bringing your heels together. You're going to tilt your pelvis upward, pushing off through your heels, using your glutes for support. You're going to come into a glute bridge. Holding here. Staying strong through your core and engaging your glutes. You're going to walk your foot, heel tap, keeping your legs straight and bringing it back up while the other's still bent. Doing the same thing with the other side, alternating, keeping your glutes high, your pelvis tilted upward, engaging your core, walking your heels out. The last burner of class. You got it. For 2 more. Last one. Exhale, lowering all the way down, hugging your knees, bringing them close to you, rocking side to side if that feels comfortable. When you're ready, meeting me back at center, lifting your right leg up, bringing it over top of your left, grabbing the back of your left hamstring, pulling it closer to you. Option to still rock if that feels right to you. Remembering to still breathe. Allowing yourself to deepen that stretch on every exhale. Stretch through that right hip. And on your next exhale, letting your hips fall to the left, looking for a deeper stretch in your lower back. One more big deep breath. On your exhale, coming back up to center, unhooking your right leg from your left. Now lifting your left leg, hooking it over top of your right thigh, grabbing onto your back right hamstring and pulling it closer to you gently. Letting yourself rock side to side if that feels comfortable. On every exhale, you might try pulling your leg just a little bit closer to you. Looking for the spot that has the most tension. Deep breath in. And on your next exhale, let your hips fall to the right, sending your palms to either side of your body. Looking for that deep lower back stretch. Still trying to keep your shoulders flat on the floor. Exhale, coming back up to center. Whenever you're ready, unhooking your left leg from your right, placing the soles of your feet together, letting your knees fall to either side of your body. One hand on your heart, one hand on your stomach. We're going to meet here for our last few breaths of class today. Taking time to set your intentions for the rest of the day. Bringing awareness into all four corners of your body. Wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Feel the back of your head pressed into your mat. You might try box breathing here. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold, and repeat. that brings us to the end of today's class. Feel free to stay and stretch. It was kind of short today. Promise next week we'll get into a bit higher intensity of stretches. It might take a little bit longer, so do count on that 30 to 40 minute range. Feel free to let me know if you have any suggestions on places you're sore or muscles you'd want to work in the future. I promise I'll try to incorporate them into later classes. But other than that, thank you so much for coming this week. Look forward to seeing you next week.